Today we're going to learn how to tie your shoes using training ties. So here I have a pair of shoes. One shoe is already tied using training ties, and the other is the one that I'm going to use to show you exactly how to do it yourself. So we'll put this one to the side. So we have this already laced shoe, and we have our training tie. What we're going to do is we're going to take the first lace, and we are going to stick the lace through the first hole of your training tie. You're going to pull it all the way down, and then we're going to take the same lace and we are going to stick it back through the same hole, just like that, to make your first loop, also sometimes called your bunny ear. Now, here is a very helpful piece of the learning process for somebody who is just learning how to tie their shoes or who has been struggling with shoe tying, is that you don't have to pinch the loop or hold the bunny ear while you figure out how to do the other side, right? So you've created the loop, it's secured, you can let it go, you can take a break, and when it's time to do the next one, you can do the next one just focusing on that step. So it enables you to be able to chunk the learning. So we're going to do the other side now. We're going to stick the lace through the hole, and we're going to bring it back through the exact same hole, push it right through, pull it. Now, you have both loops. Your shoe isn't tied yet, but it's pretty well secured with the training ties. Now, sometimes with learners, what happens is we will have the loops, but the loops are too far out, right? So it's a little bit messy or loose. Sometimes we'll have a learner start doing the tying process and they'll pull the loop too much so that you have too much lace. This is going to lead to your shoe coming untied sooner than we want, right? So it's really easy. If your learner makes a mistake by either forming their loops too far out on the lace or by pulling the other lace too far out when they're making the loop, don't worry about it. You can just encourage them to flip the tie over and to take a little bit of time to see what part of the lace they need to maneuver, they need to pull on to adjust, and they can hold the training tie with one hand and they can just do the little adjustment gently, pulling the loop. Don't have to worry about it. If they pull too far and it comes out, that's okay. It's really easy to fix it. But this way they can understand the mechanisms of the step without too much pressure. So now we have the loops. We need to cross them and tighten them, right? So you are going to make an X with the two loops, and then you can either pull this loop under, the top loop, right? The top loop under, or you can pull the bottom loop over. It's totally up to you. So if you're gonna pull the top loop under, you're gonna take your fingers, put it through the hole, pull the loop. Once it's through, you can let go, right? Pull both sides and tie them securely, right? So that's it. Your shoes have been tied securely with training ties, and you can run around all day with them. They should stay tied. If by chance you didn't tighten the loops tight enough and the loops do come untied during the day, don't worry about it. If they come untied, they will only get to this step. So all your learner has to do during the day with no assistance from a teacher or a parent, the learner can just bend down, cross the loops, sweep it under, and pull completely independently. And if you get home and you want a shortcut for the next day, all you need to do is hold the training tie, pull one lace. There you go. You have one loop started, ready for tomorrow. Your training tie is secured, so you won't be running around in the morning looking for it or risk losing it. And all you have to do is the other loop in the morning, cross it, and you're ready to go.